Alex, I spent 3 hours yesterday trying to find a 10 millimeter socket that I'm reasonably sure was abducted by extraterrestrials. And yet, here we are in 2026, and the tools are starting to get smarter than the person holding them.
Honestly, Tiger, if the tool can find itself when you drop it in the sawdust, that's not a smart revolution, that's a divine intervention. Happy Independence Day, by the way. Are you actually taking a break from the lathe to eat a burger, or are you just going to sand the buns for a smoother mouthfeel?
Listen, a well finished brioche is a thing of beauty. But seriously, happy 4th, everyone. We're taking a breather from the heat to look at the state of the shop this year. And man, the gear coming out right now, Nipex and Wera are doing things with haptic feedback that make me feel like I've been tightening bolts like a caveman for 30 years.
See, when you say haptic feedback, I think of my phone vibrating. Are you telling me my pliers are going to buzz when I've overcranked a nut? Because we both know you usually just tighten things until you hear a crack and then say something colorful.
It's more subtle than that. It's a physical pulse. It's like the tool is whispering, "Hey, big guy, that's plenty." It's brilliant because it removes the guesswork. Back in the day, you just developed a calibrated elbow, but that elbow has seen a lot of miles. These tools bridge that gap between brute force and surgical precision. And get this, the battery wars might finally be ending.
Hold on. You mean I don't need 4 different chargers cluttering up my bench just because I like one brand's drill but another's sander?
We're finally seeing safe, modular battery adapters. It's like a peace treaty was signed in the tool aisle. But the real smart shift isn't just hardware. If you're running a crew, there's software now that links real-time project data to performance reviews. It's not about Big Brother. It's about the guy who's actually out hustling everyone getting recognized because the data doesn't lie.
I can see you now, Tiger, trying to explain to a computer why you spent 40 minutes contemplating a piece of walnut.
Hey, that's process development, but it's a good transition to what's happening in the trade world. I was looking at some automotive shop data, and the shops that are absolutely crushing it aren't the ones with the neon signs. It's the ones focusing on relationship-based service.
That feels like a bit of a throwback, doesn't it? In a world of AI and smart wrenches, we're going back to talking to people.
Exactly. The economy is a bit of a roller coaster right now. Trade tensions are up, but people are holding onto their cars like they're family heirlooms. If you're a mechanic and you treat a customer's 2018 Camry like a vintage Ferrari, and you treat your technicians like humans instead of gear-turning robots, you're bulletproof. A happy tech doesn't just fix a car, they prevent a future headache for the customer. That feedback loop is the only thing that survives a weird economy.
It's the small business 101 theory, but it's harder to execute than it sounds, especially when you're trying to scale. Which leads me to this maker mogul thing you've been reading about. You're telling me people are starting businesses for under $1,000 in 2026?
It's the golden age of the niche, Alex.
Don't whisper niche at me, it's creepy.
Sorry. But look, the Service Plus shop model is the secret sauce. You don't just build a smart home cabinet, you offer the AI integrated installation too. You're using AI to handle the soul-crushing stuff, the SEO, the inventory, the is this still available messages on Marketplace, so you can actually spend your time getting dusty. Makers are becoming tech savvy out of necessity, and it's making their businesses leaner than a shaved 2x4.
Okay, I'll give you that. But if I give up my weekend to be a maker mogul, I still want a cool project to show for it. You mentioned a sauna bench in the notes. That feels ambitious for a Saturday.
It's all about the ergonomics, Alex. If you're building a sauna bench, don't just slap some planks together. You want that tiered, floating look. Use high-grade cedar. The smell alone is worth the price of admission. And for the love of all that is holy, use hidden fasteners. Nothing ruins a relaxing steam like a hot screw head hitting the back of your leg.
That sounds like a very specific, very painful lesson you've learned firsthand.
Let's just say I've left a few tattoos on my hamstrings over the years that I'd rather not discuss. But if you're not into sweating in a wooden box, focus on your shop's flow. I finally built these mobile carts that are the exact same height as my table saw.
The outfeed table trick.
It's a game changer for a small garage. When everything is on the same plane, the world just makes sense. And one more tiny tip for the weekend. If you're painting or finishing, get a high-speed orbital mixer attachment.
For my paint?
Yes, people think a wooden stick and a bit of swirling is enough, but the pigments and emulsifiers in modern finishes are stubborn. If you don't marry them properly with a high-speed mix, you get those weird streaks. A professional finish isn't always about the spray gun, it's about the chemistry in the can before you even start.
So, The takeaway for this Independence Day? Smart tools are great, but a smart culture and a well-mixed can of paint are what actually keep the shop running.
Pretty much. You can have a wrench that tells you when to stop, but you still need the heart to know why you started. Independence is about having the skill to build your own path, whether that's a sauna, a business, or just a really straight birdhouse.
Well said, old man. Now, can we go eat? I'm pretty sure I smelled smoke 5 minutes ago, and I don't think it was your smoker.
That's probably my neglected 10 millimeter socket finally making its way back through the atmosphere. Let's go.